Hello, YouTube friends. This is Recovering Yankee, and I got my notice in the VA today of all the information about my blood work and my urine sample. So I'm going to read it to you. First, I'm going to show what it looks like. This is how the VA sends it. Hold on. It says, "This letter is to inform you about your recent test results. Please note that the ordering provider reviews all the test results and takes necessary action. It is common to have minor abnormalities on blood tests, x-rays, and other tests. Therefore, it is not necessary for you to contact the provider about such abnormalities. However, if you believe there is a significant abnormality and it has not been addressed, please contact the ordering provider. Note, this report was created by an automated software." Okay, so the top part of the list, I don't even know what those mean. WBC, RBC, HPG, HCT, MCV, whatever, all the way down. FRT4, TSH, PSA, albumin, VIT, DTOT, non-HDL, EGFR, etc. The first one that Dr. Eckert said to look for was triglycerides. Okay? I'm sorry, insulin. But I cannot find insulin on this form. It might be under a different name. Okay? Maybe some of you know. Some of you work in the hospital system, medical system. You might know another name that's associated with any of these abbreviations for insulin, but it's not on the list as far as I can tell. The second one he had us look for is triglycerides, which is how much fat is in the blood. And down here it says triglycerides, 126. According to the VA, the normal range is 35 to 150, so my triglycerides are on the high end of normal. Now, don't forget, this was about a week ago that I took this test. Now, Dr. Eckert says the triglycerides should be between 50 and 90. Now, I'm not sure if it's the same test, but anyway, that's the information for triglycerides. 126. Dr. Eckert wants you to have it at between 50 and 90, and the VA or the hospital wants you to have between 35 and 150. Okay, next one to look for was VLDL. I could not find it on this list. There's LDL, but no VLDL. Okay? And from what I understand, VL means very low density lipoproteins. Regular LDL is regular density lipoproteins. Okay, so I can't answer that one. HOMA-IR, it's not on this list. I couldn't find it. HOMA-IR represents how hard the body works to control glucose and they want it on a certain range. Now, if any of you can see these names and you recognize HOMA-IR in another form, then let me know. HOMA-IR. HOMA-IR. Okay, that's not on the list as far as I can tell. AST, which is how much cell breakage is occurring. I found AST on here. AST is right there. 23 is what I have. The VA says between 16 and 40, so I'm normal. I'm right in the middle, really. Actually, I'm on the low end of normal. And for AST, Dr. Eckert says between 12 and 15. So I'm a little higher than what Dr. Eckert wants. And that goes for the next one, which is ALT for the liver. Okay, now I found an ALT, but I can't guarantee that it's ALT for the liver. See that those initials, SGPT, might mean something other than the liver. So I cannot assume that this ALT is the ALT that Dr. Eckert wants. However, the ALT rating they give me on this form is 52, and the VA says it should be between 8 and 55, so that's 52 is on the high end of normal. And if it is the same ALT, Dr. Eckert says it should be between 13 and 22. Okay? Now, the next one is LDH, which I could not find on this list. So if you know which one of these is LDH, which is lactic acid hydrogenate, then let me know. Maybe it's under a different name here. Okay? You can see the list. Okay, now. Finally, He also asked, another doctor asked me to get a cholesterol test, and it says here that my HDL cholesterol is 49. Where is it? Right there. And that they don't have a rating for that with the VA or the hospital system. So I can't tell if it's normal based on this VA form. However, cholesterol should be between 180 and 280, according to Dr. Eckert, and apparently mine is much lower at 49. So this may not be the cholesterol they're looking for. If it's so low, it's way off the range. And then they have another one, LDL calculated, which is another type of cholesterol. HDL is high density lipoproteins, and LDL is low density lipoproteins. So they're saying it's 164.8 is low density. I don't know what that means, so I have no idea. But I'm assuming that HDL cholesterol and LDL calculated is the same thing, except one's high density, one's low density. So they're saying the normal range is between 0 and 100, and I have 164. So I'm way out of the range with respect to LDL calculated. I'm lower than the range with respect to HDL cholesterol. And the other doctor also wanted me to get an insulin. So I found the insulin on here, I believe. I thought I saw it. Nope, no insulin, but glucose. Oh, glucose is what it was. Glucose is right here. Mine is 98. The VA medical system says that normal is between 70 and 100, so my glucose seems to be a little high, and but high in the normal range. So glucose 98. Now, at this time, I don't believe that I was. This was when this test was taken a couple weeks ago, the 18th of December, I believe. I believe I had just gotten out of the keto flu when I went there. I don't know if that has any effect on it. Anyway, I guess I'll wait until I go to my appointment tomorrow to get more of these questions answered. And also, I'll ask them if HDL cholesterol is what they're asking for, this cholesterol. I'll ask them about the HOMA IR, the VLDL, and the LDH, and the insulin, because this doesn't have anything about insulin. Now, perhaps one of you people is a doctor, and you can tell me which one of these is insulin. One of these abbreviations might be insulin. If you know which one is insulin, tell me. I know that's alkaline. AST. Okay, so anyway, that's my list. So this is a before I really started losing heavy weight, or a lot of weight. And so I will be going again in a couple months to check these numbers out again. So again, I don't really know what all these numbers mean. This is like Greek to me. So anyway, peace to you. I'll talk to you soon.